Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Storytime with Cris, where I tell you stories and rants that you can either relate to or just laugh at my pain, whichever comes first. I don't know. So clearly, I'm going down the list of family members of stories and rants. So today, family member is Mom. Hi, Mom. Yes, I'm looking at you. It's your turn now. Okay. So I have several stories of my mother being extra. But that's okay because I get the extraness from her, so I guess it balances out. You can all feel bad for my dad later, even though he's also extra, so I don't think anybody should anyways. But anyways, the first story is the day my mom was coordinating a pilgrimage to the National Basilica in DC, okay? So she was the pilgrim coordinator. She was in charge of everybody, in charge of where we go, in charge of getting all the information and the things that go on throughout this whole thing. So we're there, and I'm with my friend, my best friend, and my other friend and her mom, and my mom was taking care of all the older women that were there along with my father. I'm walking around doing whatever I want, looking around. Beautiful. It is a beautiful place if you ever go. So what happens is about a few hours into this, because I was not with my mom the whole time. I was out exploring by myself. A few hours, my dad comes up to me complaining about my mom. And he's like, your mom is out of control. You need to control your mother. And I'm like, what did she do? And I'm like, I have to control my mother? This is your wife. You had a choice in this. I didn't. I just showed up. You had a choice on whether you wanted to be with her or not. But besides that, he goes, she is crazy with power. She's walking around going, I am the coordinator. Now here's the problem. She had a badge, and I have the badge because I took the badge from her. And the badge says her name, Pilgrim Coordinator. And everywhere she went, every time my dad said something to her, and he was like, we should do this, or you know, maybe they should go and do this. She goes, I am the Pilgrim Coordinator. Did you pass it through the coordinator? Woman, you're in charge of just making sure everybody gets on the bus, off the bus, and nobody is injured or left behind. That's it. And the whole time she's like, I am the coordinator. Okay, clear. Somebody take this badge away from her. And my dad kept saying that he was going to take the badge and go into the shredder and it will disappear forever. This is how crazy this woman is. She made 10 more of these so that every time he shredded one, she whipped out another one and said, I am the coordinator. This is the insanity that happens in my house. This is what I deal with every day. The coordinator. So my dad, the whole day in this basilica, she's like, I am the coordinator. And he's like, meow, meow. And she's like, I'm the coordinator. I have more of these. And I'll print more. You keep deleting them, you keep shredding them, I'm gonna keep making more. I was like, oh my God. And then we stopped at the first rest stop, and my best friend, who I have known for 13 years, she goes, I'm the coordinator again, and he goes, Mom, obviously you cannot have this type of power. We're going to have to take your badge away. To which she responded, I am the coordinator. Somebody take her badges away. We need to find the badges. Now, here's the thing. I found that badge. There are 9 more somewhere in this house, and she's got them hidden so that no one can find them. So basically, somebody's got to ransack this house when she's not home to find all these coordinator badges because she's out of control. Pilgrimage is now over. It's been over for 2-3 weeks now, and she's still going around saying she's a coordinator. Someone help me, please. That's story 1 of my mom's extraness. Story 2 is when she blamed me, saying that I threw out her chancletas. First of all, I don't know why I would even want to touch the demon device that whooped me when I was a child. And I want to make a point that she only hit me once in my entire life, because after she hit me, I was like, I didn't like that. I don't want that to happen again. Let me not. So my grandfather likes to throw everything out that's not his stuff. So I said to her, I didn't touch your shoes. I don't want to touch your shoes. Okay? So why don't you ask your father, my grandfather, because he probably threw the shoes out. Because the last time I saw them was the day you hit me. And that was like 100 years ago. So I don't even know where those shoes are. And she's like, no, tú me botaste los zapatos. I'm like, I did not throw out your shoes. Excuse you. Okay? Like, me caso yo. That is the Spanish phrase of the day. Me caso yo en no sé qué. Okay? That is the Spanish phrase of the day. So we went to CVS last week. And she went to go get stockings. I was looking at fleece leggings because Cris is always cold and I'm dreading the fact that winter is coming. Okay, this is like Game of Thrones, winter is coming. So even though I've never watched Game of Thrones. But anyways, there's a little rack right here, right? I just happened to look at it. Guess what's there? All the chancletas that every Hispanic woman has ever worn and owned in their entire life on this rack. The same chancletas that my mom hit me with, okay? They had them in black, in blue, and the one pair in yellow. And I'm like, look, you can get your chancletas and stop saying that I threw them out, because I don't even want to touch them. So the one yellow pair, I was like, is it even in your size? And she was like, ha, it is. I was like, damn it. So now she's got her yellow chancletas. But to top it up better, I bought blue ones. So now we can go to battle. Because you know what? Once you have battle scars, you cannot go without a fight and not go in armed. You have to go in armed, okay? You can't go without your weapon. So now I've got my blue. And she's got her yellow. Let's go, okay? And everybody knows that these shoes are deadly, okay? They're light, but this hurts, okay? So when I saw this, I was like, the evil shoes are here? They still make them? They make them outside of New York? I thought it was just in New York, but they're here too. I was so stressed. Even though I was the one who pointed it out to her, I pointed it out in anger. And then she bought them. And now I'm sad. Now she's got the freaking chancletas. It's upside down. Arréglate. Coño. Whatever. So that's the second one, that why she is extra. My favorite story of my mom is the one where she makes up her own words. Now, full disclaimer, my mother may be Dominican, but she was born in New York. She has no accent, meaning she does not have broken English. English is her first language, so she speaks it 100% perfectly and 100% fluently. And then she speaks Spanish fluently also. So now explain to me why the woman who can speak English properly makes up her own English words. It does not happen in Spanish. In Spanish, when we make up words, that's me. I'm the one making up words that don't exist, because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. But she's the one who, in English, she makes up words. Example, we went to ShopRite. I went to ShopRite with my mom because we were getting some stuff for dinner that we had forgotten to get. So we go, and what happens is, she's in the dairy section and I'm in the meat section. I'm walking through to go to the dairy section, and there's this teenage guy coming. And it's like in the dead of winter. So he's walking and he's sick, okay? Sick, like he's got, I don't know what. And he's coughing. And he's like, and you just hear all the phlegm and down. I was like, oh my God, germs! I'm not a germaphobe. However, when you're sick, I need you to keep your germs far away. Far away. So we get our stuff and we leave. And in the car, I tell my mom, Ma, there was a guy in ShopRite coughing and like hawking up a storm. Like it was awful. It sounded like he had bronchitis. And my mom is driving, and in all serious face, this woman looked at me and said, "Oh, he's got bamboo flay?" What is bamboo flay? And that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is that the minute she said bamboo flay, I knew what she was trying to say. And I didn't even waste a minute to look at her and say, bubonic plague? So apparently, bubonic plague is now bamboo flay. So if you ever want to say somebody's got the plague or something because they sound like they're sick beyond belief and you don't want to offend anybody, you just say bamboo flay and no one will know what you're talking about. Because this man sounded like he had like, I don't know, tuberculosis or something. And he's like, oh, and I was like, that's disgusting. And my mom's like, bamboo flay? And then I'm like, bubonic plague? And she goes, yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, no, that's not what you said. You said bamboo flay. And she goes, no, you misheard me because I said bubonic plague, eso. I was like, no, you didn't. You're a liar. I heard you. She was like, you heard wrong. I'm like, no, I heard correctly. You said it wrong because you said bamboo flay. You did not say ningún bubonic plague. Then she was talking to my dad at a different time, and she's like, I'm really hungry. I've been hungry for I've been eating today, and I don't know. I'm like so hungry. And she goes, I think I have a tapeworm. And my dad's on the phone, and he goes, oh, what? You want to know what a tapeworm is? She meant to say a tapeworm. Both which she did not have. But she couldn't even pronounce it properly or say it properly because apparently we have bamboo flay and tickworm now. Excuse me, coming from the person who speaks proper English. Perfectly. No broken English. And we've got bamboo flay and tickworm. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that every word that ends with the letter D, like food, old, Lord, God, yard, the road. She doesn't pronounce any of the words that end with a D. So old is now ol. Yard is yar. Okay, we're a pirate now. Yar, yar. Okay, I don't know what's her problem. She can't say words. She has no idea what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. But at the same time, I do know what she's talking about. And even my grandma, she was like, she just says so many weird words that I forget after she says her translation. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then my mom says what she's trying to say, and then my grandma corrects her. Then after that, my grandma erases the memory of the retarded word my mom has said. The last story, like every Hispanic mother, they swear and love everything by the name of Vicks and Alcolado. Okay, which I can attest to because Vicks and Alcolado does very much help. I carry around Vicks and Alcolado with me all the time because these humans out here be spreading their germs. Disgusting. My mom does not go to sleep, along with my grandmother, without putting the beautiful elixir of Vicks. This is the stuff that cures everything. You've got bamboo flay? Vicks. You have a tickworm. Ponte un poquito de V in your stomach aquí. And you don't have the tickworm anymore. Si tú tienes bamboo flay, tú pones el bambú, la cosa de Vig aquí, y el bamboo flay se va. And then you don't have no more bamboo flay, you don't have no more tuberculosis, you don't have no tickworm, tú estás sana, culito de rana, okay? And if this don't work, then you get his best friend, que es superior 70 acolado. Yeah, these two together will kill everything, okay? They kill all the germs. You put a little bit de esto, así, on your forehead. If you can breathe, aquí también with the Vicks. If you're nauseous, you go like this. And you're not nauseous no more. This cure everything. However, they take it to an exageración. because these people want to give you V en acolado, like when you have a toothache. Or like if you, like let's say my knee dislocates itself again. Ponte V, it'll cure it. It's not gonna put my kneecap back into place if my knee goes like this again. Okay, I need the doctor to pull my leg so that it goes back into place. No, you don't. Tú no necesitas doctor. B, al colado. It cure everything. Tengo una pregunta.
Dímela. Tú estabas hablando como la gente del video.
Mago, ¿tú recordaste de las palabras que tu hija dice que son raros?
No, mira, yo no dormí pensando cuáles eran. A mí se me ha olvidado.
Es que la mente no quiere a recordarse.
Sí, parece que no. Ajá. Apriétate el pecho que vamos para allá. No,
Eso es una de las...
Apriétate el pecho que vamos para allá.
Aprieta del pecho que aquí vamos.
Ay, Dios mío. No, mira, esa muchacha, ¿cómo te explico?
Es que ella dice tantas cosas.
Ay, Dios mío.
Pero quería saber si tú te recordabas de las palabras que ella dijo.
Muchacha, te digo que me levanté 4 veces. Y que no podía, yo decía, bueno, pero esto que me dijo Cribenia, ¿cómo es que ve? No, muchacha, yo me quedo así, yo voy así, y me quedo rezando, y no me viene a la mente nada. Digo, Dios mío, tantas cosas locas que dice esta muchacha. Está bien, hablamos.
Okay, Googie, bye.
Bye, mi reina.
She hung up on me. I hope you all enjoyed story time. I hope you laughed at the fact that my mom can't speak English, even though she most certainly can very well speak English. And I hope you learned some new words that you can now use, like bamboo flay, throughout your daily lives. If anybody who knows me, you know that I say bamboo flay all the time now instead of bubonic plague. So, new words. We love them. They help us talk in code, I guess. I don't know. Even though they come out unintentionally. So follow me on Instagram at StorytimeWithCris1 so that you can know when the next video comes out. You can join in on Instagram polls, or you can have your own comment on whatever video I have or any questions that I have. And I will see you guys next time for the next story and or rant. Bye!